also, Falguni, from a joint family system, we have largely
Yes.
moved to a nuclear family system. How much can women do? I mean, the superwoman syndrome is literally killing them.
Even if Raksha, women can do everything, why should
Exactly. Why should they? I agree
Why?
with you 100%.
Right?
Why should
So
you?
everyone has their own priorities. Every woman should earn and contribute to the family, and hence your career is as important as your partner's career. So even if you take breaks, it has to be by turns. It should not be that the natural choice is the woman. And hence today, Raksha, we are fighting for majority, representation at leadership levels. We don't have women at leadership levels because midway वो छोड़ देते हैं ना.
Yeah.
Like I
the
do your
glass
job
ceiling.
हो रहा है, husband तो दूसरे city में है.
Yes.
Now nobody in our shastras have written कि a woman and a man need to go exactly at the same place in the same house for a marriage to be called a marriage. Okay, you can function long distance till you find something in the new city.
How common you think it is for someone to be belittled by their partner for their looks?
Be extremely insensitive, right, of a partner belittling the partner for just because of looks. Now, when you really want to make a difference in your partner's life, your language is that you do 1 hour yoga every day because it will prevent your arthritis. You have a generational hereditary issue of arthritis. I don't fall sick, and hence you do 1 hour of yoga. But do yoga because your belly is coming out, or you put on weight after pregnancy, or your delivery ka weight come nahi ho raha hai. That is belittling, right? So let's first understand that there are partners who have these dialogues with one another, which can be as pure as for the wellness and health of the person, right? But that's only to the weight, I guess, right? But belittling somebody for height or skin color, or preventing them from wearing certain clothes because they'll not suit them, you will be feel ashamed, taking them out in that sleeveless, blouse and a sari. That is extremely unhealthy. It's unhealthy, It is
but
not
tell me, for the man, Falguni, for hair, don't they almost go through the same thing when they lose?
Raksha, no, I don't think so. So for men, of course, see, there are women who will belittle their partners for, the weight that they put on or the hair fall, that happens to them, all that happens. But if you ask me the degree is much higher for women. This because our existence is under still a patriarchal setup. We are supposed to be prim and proper in weddings, in family functions, in society. So it's the women who is on the radar, not the men who is on the radar, unfortunately here. But belittling, healthy wise, relationship wise, belittling is extremely poor in taste. Extremely poor in taste.
But how common is it?
It's very common. Of course, it's very common.
So is it because we take our partners for granted? We also don't think much about, is that a correlation?
No, I think more than granted, it's also that entitlement, that kuch bhi bol sakte hai. In that process, you don't realize, sometimes you're not even conscious that, what you're saying is having a very negative impact on the person because subconsciously you think it is the right thing to do.
Body dissatisfaction, will it eventually lead to a relationship dissatisfaction with your primary partner?
But poor self-concept and inferiority in your mind about your body impacts your mind, your behavior, your way of functioning, your dressing, your soul, everything. Right? And hence it is an issue. So a person who feels inferior in her skin because of the way she or he looks, right, goes into inferior relationships first of all.
Oh my God, that's such a point. So you get into an inferior relationship. Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Always thinks that in any relationship, the other partner is superior to her because she is not good looking. इन्होंने मेरे पे एहसान किया कि this person said yes to me. So there is this supremacy thing which is also not healthy in a partner relationship. Now you just understand that when I am dissatisfied with the way I look, It impacts my way of dressing, my way of behaving, my confidence when I'm talking to people around. So that impacts me as a whole person. Tomorrow, if I become a mother, I pass on that inferiority to my child because I am not a body positive mother, right? So I will start finding flaws. I will want him to be the perfect version, which I could never be according to my mindset. So it is a vicious cycle. That's why
so it's not just your partner, it's your children, it's everybody that you're kind of conveying this to. So what can one do to accept this unattainable societal norm that I think do you want to add something to what you've already said?
Spoken, but I think the day people realize that these societal standards of beauty are all fake, that day I think they. Because, say for example, even after Kareena Kapoor doing this diet and going to, let us say, size 0, okay? What the Kareena Kapoor you see on screen is after 3 hours of makeup and 3 hours of Photoshop.
Exactly.
So somewhere her double chin has got addressed, somewhere her cheeks have come down, somewhere her puffiness of the eyes has got retouched upon, So the moment you realize that there's a lot of makeup, there's a lot of technology which has made Kareena look Kareena, on screen.
Yes, a lot of work has gone in. How can one convey to their partner in a productive manner when what they are saying is not okay?
You have to sit down, take away the emotional outbursts. Well, kai baar we are angry because of these remarks. You feel a little heartbroken. Very factually, logically tell them that this is how you felt after that remark, right? This is what it did to you and it is hurting your overall confidence. And you would love to discuss, but in this constructive way, right? Somewhere your channel of communication has to be open, right? That's why, because I'm telling you that half men in India don't even know that this was a substandard joke. Okay. Okay, sorry to say that. Women also, why am I stereotyping? Okay. Like, I have to tell women that can you, for God's sake, not forward these wife jokes, these Micah jokes, because they are substandard and they are demeaning women and womanhood.
Right.
So sometimes just by talking it out, see, I see most good relationships the solution is talking it out. Go on a long
but in
drive.
A very, when you're not very hyped about it, so calm yourself. So that is important. Speak it out. Yes. Any other tips you would want to give on how to convey to your partner or to somebody very close to you that, look, this hurt me? Any other tips?
Yeah, so I think tips में यही है कि don't rely on symbolisms or signs and metaphors. Be straight. Go and tell. कि वो जोर से vessels bang करने से उनको पता चल जाएगा. One day by not eating the food, they will realize, don't do all this. What is wrong. So be as straight and as straightforward as possible, because that's the first step to a good communication.
Absolutely. So that's very important. So be straight up, be calm, like don't be under the emotional outburst. Be calm. So maybe take a while before you actually address it.
Yes.
So some warnings, some tips that you want to give to our viewers here, that whatever they're consuming in social media about body image, or what would you warn them against?
You select here also the full funda of tribe will come here. Sorry, I'm repeating. But you select your circle of people whom you want to follow, whom you want to be connected with. And please remember, like the toxic relationship bit, if there are people whose content is turning out to be toxic for you, move away, unfollow. If needed, block. Like I use the word cut the crap. Here you are not here to justify your existence. You are not here to be accountable for anybody else's content. Unfollow. If it is mentally damaging you, or it is going to be bad for your mental health, move away. Like you will move away in your real life. Social media is a platform to unleash your insecurities. Talk about it. Say, for example, is saying that I have never in my whole life, worn a sleeveless dress. Talk about it in a caption and see how many people who follow you will have the same issues. They'll come and join the conversation. It gives you that feeling that, oh, I'm not alone. And then people will also come and tell you how they came out of it, how they wore their first, sleeveless dress. Somewhere it boils down to this. This is a solution. You should start, wearing sleeveless at home first. Don't go out wearing a sleeveless, first one full day you wear at home, then start on a weekend, then start on a weekday when you have to go to work wearing that sleeveless dress. So I'm saying something very simple, but for somebody to it, it's a big thing. It's an achievement. It's a So being you is a superpower. Never underestimate this superpower.
Beautiful.
And being you does not mean only your body, but it also means your thought processes, your value system, your roots, where you come from, your wings you have selected to fly away from the roots. Everything is belonging to you. So being you is a superpower. So one day when you come out to your family and tell them about your gender orientation, it's your true you, right? Or one day when you focus on things which you are passionate about, it's about being you. And also owning yourself and your body is also being you. So being you is a superpower. Never underestimate the power that it gives you.